Tough loss, very disappointing. You know, Richmond won. They did what they needed to do. You know, for our seniors, I'm grateful and indebted to them in terms of when we first got here, the first class of guys that actually brought in the winning seasons and all those things, they matter. But when you're playing a game like this matters a lot too, you know. And, you know, they did what they needed to do. They execute to win the game. We didn't. And, you know, it's a tough locker room down there now, but, you know, in life things happen. You got to respond back to it. The whole so what now what mentality is, you know, you can look at things and turnovers, penalties, which we've been really good at, you know, didn't do a great job with that, you know, in executing third down situations. So a lot of different things, but they won. That goes off to them. We got to find ways, I have to find ways to make sure that we can stay highly competitive, chase championships, do the things that's necessary to do on the field, in the classroom, in the community. And, you know, tomorrow it's our senior banquet, so we'll celebrate them once again before they head out to Thanksgiving holiday and then again Christmas holiday, but just thank them for all the things that they've done. And, you know, and plan and get ready for, you know, the summer and the spring workouts and all those things like that. So, again, hat goes off to them. They won, we didn't. But I love this group, I love the team. And, you know, it's just one of those things, it's tough, but at the same time, I love where we are as a program and as a team and opportunities to keep chasing championships here. And so, but it's tough, like I said, down in the locker room right now. That's the way it goes. So, I'll take any questions.
Mike, you mentioned that you guys have been pretty good on penalties this year. On that last drive, I don't know what they didn't really replay either of them, but the one in the end zone on the first set of downs, did you get any explanation on that?
I'm going to leave that alone. Again, listen, flags thrown, you know, we have to, you know, we got to do a better job. But I'm not going to talk about officiating. Anything else?
Just somebody who's been on both sides of this rivalry, I guess, what were the emotions just coming in today for you and your staff?
Yeah, when you've been on particularly both sides of the rivalry, having been there, you know, and here, you want to win the game. You know the implications of the cup and the, you know, recruiting and the Monday morning water cooler talk and all those things like that. But as I told them, I'm extremely proud of them. A lot of things, a lot of accomplishments have been done and made here, you know, during this stretch. Thankful to the fans and people that support the program, students to alumni, the Hayfall group that was here. You know, we still embrace the fact that this is a place where head coaches are coaching the NFL. Just all those different things. You embrace it and you celebrate it. But the life aspect of you lose a game, you know, it is what it is. But we have to address it, correct it, you know, do what we need to do to make things better for us, recruit, all those things, you know, all those things. And I want to thank you guys. You know, you guys have showed up every week. You know what I mean? And students and the fans and things like that, parents. It was tough to see a bunch of those seniors go, but that's a maturation process that happens when you come to college and then you go on to your next opportunity, your next vocation. So, but that's how I feel about that.
Mike, you guys did defensively shut them down pretty well in the first half. The third quarter was different. Were they doing anything differently, or?
You know, the quarterback's a big guy that was running downhill, 260-plus pounds, and, you know, sometimes you got to step up, get off the block, and make a tackle and drive them back. He did a good job of running downhill with his shoulder pads and, you know, broke through some arm tackling. So collectively, we could have done a better job of that, and then they converted on some third downs there as well. But, again, every time we played them, it's been a back and forth. I mean, it's just one of those things, and they end up pulling it out. And we'll have an opportunity again when we get into the new league next year and still play, you know, for the cup.
Coach, you mentioned just the big senior class, I guess, going into this offseason, losing a lot of seniors, changing conferences. I guess what lessons are you going to take from this season, and what are you going to try to focus on for the offseason?
Yeah, I mean, every play counts, and the things that you do, you know, we always have to look at ourselves in terms of what can I do better. You know, not just myself, the staff, players. How could you approach this holiday season coming up to get yourself ready for the mindset of going into spring practice, which will be sometime in February, late February, and in March for us. Recruiting, get the type of student athletes that can do well in the classroom, but also on the field. Take advantage of all these new rules and these opportunities to add to your roster, but get the right kind of guy. Make sure that we travel around, that we still continue to engage and embrace the alumni, supporters, and the fans that support the program. Make sure my guys are doing what they're supposed to do the second half of the semester academically and all those things, because now you're a student. So there's a lot of things that we can do better, we'll get better at. That's just part of the process and the culture that you know, that I want, that I demand. And the guys that will be with us, and the guys that come join us will be like-minded individuals as well. But you know, you get over this one, then you move on to, okay, let's go. What's next? Let's go. I'm a glass half filled guy.
Coach, just how important was it to send those seniors out? Today didn't end like we wanted it to, but 5 straight winning seasons, they've been such a big part of that, and you covered that in the locker room about the appreciation that they brought.
Yeah, it's you know, it's a testament to them, their leadership, buying into the culture, being guys that you know, quite a few of them have jobs already, and the networking that we've been able to engage with the school, with alumni. I'm proud of the fact that they came in and they bought in to what's going on, and they themselves became as freshmen, but then became leaders. And now the legacy that they lead as well are guys that have followed them in the weight room, the classroom, on the practice field, the things we do in the community, and all those things. So I'm extremely grateful to those players, their parents. It was great to see them walk with their loved ones, you know, to be recognized as seniors. But I'm eternally grateful for them and what they've done. And, you know, we want to make sure we represent them well, like all alumni.